This training video cost an overweight Bellevue police officer his job. But Chris Parent is back on the force and ready to prove himself. Tonight, he's talking with KETV News Watch 7 first about a tough 2 years.
Welcome back, guys. In today's video portrays to our First and Fourth Amendment rights and how clueless the police is about them and what their job really is, as this woman gets her rights taken from her and schooled the cops on basic laws. But first, don't forget to drop a like and, most important, a comment with your thoughts to help these videos get out there to bring awareness to everyone of their rights and help to end police misconduct. And as usual, I will leave the link to the original video in the description, so go visit his channel and show him your support.
You know, so, I don't know.
Hello, ma'am.
How you doing?
Can we help you with anything?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
What's your name, ma'am?
Deputy Gunner.
Gunner, do you have a badge number?
Yeah, 1120.
1120, what's yours, ma'am?
Deputy Jones. 1306.
All right, thank you.
What we got going on today?
Not just getting some pictures. So.
Ma'am, let me help you?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you have to step back because this is a restricted area.
It says for parking only, so it doesn't say restricted access.
Yes, it's restricted.
It is.
No, it says parking, which means I can't park myself here. That would be a vehicle. And is that correct?
This fat female officer that is a danger to all members of the public and needs to be fired. Just watch how this officer tries to violate this man's rights while refusing to follow the law and hurt policy at every turn.
Okay. Get your name and badge number?
Matthews, 1163.
1163?
Yep.
Cool.
Can I get your information, please?
Am I suspected of committing a crime?
Yep. Thank you. Doesn't mean keep taking photos. You need to leave.
You're an asshole, dude.
Leave the property.
You're a bitch. Fuck you.
See you later.
Look at you. Look at this guy, y'all. Oh my God, look, he's twitching and everything. He's so riled up, guys. Don't know the Constitution? Especially this one right here, this fat little piggy right here. Okay. Well, you see, this is a public area.
You can't record your prison.
Okay. Pretty sure I can under the First Amendment.
You can't record them.
Yes, I can.
So they recorded the state and they're not really.
Doesn't matter, they're in public right now. So are you. What's your name and badge number?
They're not in public.
What's your name? Yes, they are. You see how this is all public? And you have to...
The offenders are not in public.
Yes, I can. You see, it doesn't matter. You see, yes, it does.
This training video cost an overweight Bellevue police officer his job. But Chris Parent is back on the force and ready to prove himself. Tonight, he's talking with KETV News Watch 7 first about a tough 2 years.
No income? Your name, drugs, or dirt? How would it be for you?
Good evening, I'm Brandy Peterson.
I'm Rob McCartney. It was a controversial decision that went to the courts. Should a police officer's weight determine if he's fit for duty?
KETV News Watch 7's Farah Fazal spoke with Chris Parent tonight. She's live with the exclusive interview in tonight's big story. Farah?
Officer Parent could be back in uniform and in a police cruiser in a few days. He's won every legal battle to get his job back. He has to pass one more mandatory gun test before he's closer to wearing his badge. Officer Chris Parent walked into the Bellevue Police Department for the first time in almost 2 years. Officer Parent came to start the process to get back into uniform. Last week, he cleared the final legal hurdle to get his job back. But you've won your case now. That's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you happy you're back?
Yeah.
The Bellevue police chief fired Officer Parent in August of 2007 because of his performance at this state-mandated gun test. Bellevue police gave us this video. Officer Parent passed when he had to shoot and hit his target, but he failed when he had to kneel down, shoot, and get up. He eventually used his arms. Parent won his job back because Bellevue's officer wellness policy was conflicting, and it said officers only had to be in fair shape. The department revised that policy.
Officer Parent was on the road patrol at the time of his termination. He will be reinstated to the road patrol.
Bellevue City Attorney Mike Polk says Parent should be back on patrol as soon as he passes this test again. Do you think you're physically able to?
Did it for 30 years.
In the condition that you are now?
Yeah.
Officer Parent says it has been a long, hard 2 years.
No income? Your name, drugs, or dirt? How would it be for you?
He says he loves his job, but he says it won't be easy to go back to work.
It was a hostile work environment when I left.
Because of your weight?
Nope, it's not over.
What do you mean?
Trust me.
You're back on the force. You've got your job back.
Chief won't let it go.
Now, Officer Parent wouldn't tell me anything more about the hostile work environment he expects to go back to. The Bellevue police chief is on vacation. Officers told us to talk to the city attorney. Officer Parent won't have to pass a physical test because the union contract says there is no physical requirement for existing officers. If he fails the mandatory gun test, he could be suspended or fired. Brandy.
Farah Fazal reporting live. Thanks, Farah.
I'm always shocked when I see fat cops, like really fat cops. How? You have to be able to physically defend yourself. You have weapons, but your physical body is almost useless. I was at a football game the other day and there's this obese cop, enormous belly. I was like, this is disgusting. You've let yourself get to this point where I know you can't even run.
Should a police officer's physical condition determine if he is fit for duty? One city in Nebraska is confronting 2 cases that raise that question. This is surveillance video from a break-in at a Bellevue coffee shop in Maine. Now you can see one officer enter through the broken glass door, but his partner struggles to bend over to get through. He eventually puts down his gun and actually crawls through. Recently, a court ordered the Bellevue Police Department to give another chance to an officer who was fired when he failed to pass a state test that requires the officer to kneel down, shoot, and then get back up.
The only time we can get involved is if they cannot do the job. You know, it's like, are you too tall? Are you too short? Are you too fat? You know, are you too homely looking? Where do you draw the line?
Now, Chief Stacy says the rehired officer will not be on the street until he can pass the state gun test.